That was the thing that enabled you to do lessons in school. In time, you knew it's a change to the next lesson. Psalms 90 verse 12. It is told that it's the oldest psalm written by Moses. It says, teach us to number our days that we may bring or obtain a heart of wisdom. Wisdom benefits and befits those guys who are seekers of truth. Now, when the psalmist was saying, teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom, he meant simply, it's good to know how to understand the days of our life. The tribe of Issachar, the Bible says that they knew the times and what Israel needed to do. They were so much sought to understand the times. When you are growing up, it's good to define your times of living and to know what you need to do. When you are young, you are a small baby between 0 and 10 years, for instance, you're just there suckling the breast in your first 6 months or 1 year. Then after that, you're taken good care of, you go to school, you're just developing yourself. And you are careless of anything, they take care of you. In your teens, you become a chameleon because you're developing now. The body changes and everything. And even in school, you start learning stuff. And you start becoming wiser and then become curious, of course. When you clock 18 to 20 thereabout, you are the bridge where you are handing over your childhood to your adulthood. And that is where we have commotions because the child wants to behave, the adult wants to behave, and the commotion is between the child and the adult. When you get in your 20s, you become fully energetic. You're now a monkey that is full of energy. And at this particular decade, it's called the decade of generalization. You are a generalist in many things. You are hearing there's a wicked day out, there's a trip here and there. You don't have dependence, so to say. So what you do, you are only you and yourself alone. In college or after college or working, you have the freedom to do everything. You need to know what to do in your 20s, so that when you clock in your 30s, you know exactly how to shift. A bell will always ring in the phase of your life. Some of the ladies here have gotten late into getting married because they never had the bell. Some gentlemen here never left their father's house or their mother's house because they never had the bell. When you don't hear the bell, you get late, you get delayed, you get lost, and then you write in your status, it's complicated. Before you write it's complicated, learn to stabilize yourself by hearing the bell. Every phase of your life has a bell that rings. If you are in your 20s, you are there branding yourself. It's a decade of branding yourself. Not about how much money you have, it's about what skills are you gaining to bring your life to a level. But some of us, they hit the wrong button, they go chasing. Like you're given 2 offers. You're given a scholarship to go maybe for further studies, and one of serious salary of 6-figure. You run for a salary very fast. Then after a while, you plateau because your skill can take you higher. Whereas this guy who took a scholarship went ahead and came back with higher value. He may start lower than you, but ultimately he hits higher because he has more potential capacity that he has put into himself. So in your 20s, focus on capacity building of yourself. Before the bell says, you become a donkey. When you start carrying burdens, loads, family life, wife, husband, all these things. When you're alone, give yourself enough input that can brand who you really are. Go to the epitome of what you can be. But remember, the bell will always ring. Every single minute that it's passing, a bell is ringing for somebody for something. Even relationships, settling down. You don't have to wait until you're 50 to settle down. You may be past menopause. So if you want to have family, when is the bell? When did your bell ring? Please understand to number your days. So having a projection, having a plan, having a vision. Do you have a personal vision? What's your personal vision on earth? A good personal vision must really cover the pillars of mentorship: private, personal, professional, and public. Your personal self, you must understand, who am I? When you know yourself, you know how far you can go. Personal, what is my environment? Where am I focused to really target my energy? Is it in maths? Is it in chemistry? Is it in medicine? Where am I focused to go? Professional means how high have I lifted up myself, elevated myself through knowledge to understand what I need to do. Public means how am I touching my world? How am I projecting my vision to touch the world? Because a vision that does not touch humanity is not a vision. If you're human, your vision is completed when you are touching humanity. You want to do things not for yourself, not selfishness. It's about the world. So, numbering your days is coming down and saying, do I even remember when my bell rang? Let me ask you today, do you know whether your bell has rung or not? Paul was mentoring Timothy, and he was giving him wisdom for living in every stage. And finally, Timothy became a great minister of the gospel. Who is mentoring you? Who are you consulting? We have a generation that is running away from being mentored or being told. Please don't be wise in your own eyes, the Bible says so. Because you might be deceiving yourself by looking at yourself on a mirror and engaging yourself with yourself, and you think you're great. Please accept to be led and always ask, when is my next? See you in the next shoot.